Most people think diabetes only affects your blood sugar, but what it does to your mind is something few ever discuss. Behind the finger pricks, food logs, and medication routines, there's a mental battle quietly draining your energy every single day. You might feel anxious, exhausted, or emotionally numb, and think it's just part of getting older or being busy. But the truth is, diabetes silently alters your brain chemistry, changes how you handle stress, and even affects how you feel joy. It's not weakness, and it's not your fault. It's the biology of how blood sugar interacts with your emotional and cognitive health. And if you don't address it, it can lead to depression, burnout, and a dangerous cycle of poor mental and physical health. Most people never realize how closely their mood swings, memory lapses, and emotional fatigue are linked to their diabetes. But today, you're going to learn the truth and what you can do to take back control of your mental and emotional well-being. You deserve to feel healthy, not just in your body, but in your mind and spirit too. Stay till the end because what you discover today could change your life completely. Where are you watching from? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Let's begin by understanding something most people don't realize. Diabetes isn't just a physical condition, it deeply affects your mental health too. When you live with type 1 or type 2 diabetes, the daily burden on your body slowly begins to wear on your brain. Your brain uses glucose for energy, and when blood sugar levels are too high or low, it impacts brain function immediately. This can lead to symptoms like brain fog, confusion, irritability, and even anxiety or sadness without any obvious outside trigger. Over time, repeated blood sugar imbalances can change how neurotransmitters in your brain function, especially serotonin and dopamine, which regulate your mood. That's why mental health awareness is essential for anyone managing diabetes. It's not just emotional, it's also deeply biological and chemical. You may find yourself more forgetful, easily overwhelmed, or unable to enjoy things the way you used to before diabetes. These are not signs of personal weakness, but real psychological effects of diabetes that millions of people silently go through every day. Insulin resistance and inflammation in the brain have been linked to an increased risk of depression, cognitive decline, and even dementia. So if you've felt more mentally tired or emotionally flat lately, your diabetes might be playing a bigger role than you thought. This doesn't mean you're stuck feeling this way. It means your body is signaling that your mind needs care too. Bringing mental health and diabetes into the same conversation is one of the most powerful steps you can take right now. It helps you understand your experiences better, and it reminds you that emotional health is just as real as physical health. As you keep managing your blood sugar, don't forget to check in with how your heart and mind are truly feeling. Support systems, healthy routines, and professional help can all make a big difference when you know what's really going on. Like this video if you've ever felt mentally tired while managing diabetes. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Have you noticed how your focus or mood changes when your sugar levels are off? Share your experience in the comments. Next, we must talk about one of the most overlooked causes of mood changes in diabetics: blood sugar swings throughout the day. When your glucose levels rise too high or drop too low, your brain and nervous system react quickly to protect your body. These shifts can lead to irritability, confusion, sadness, anger, or even moments of panic that seem to come out of nowhere. Your brain needs a steady supply of glucose to function properly, so these ups and downs feel emotionally and physically unsettling. If you've ever felt suddenly anxious or deeply fatigued after a meal or a missed snack, your blood sugar may be involved. This is why stress and diabetes often go hand in hand. Your emotional state is tied closely to your body's internal chemistry. When blood sugar drops too low, the brain signals the body to release stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to raise it. These hormones can make you feel jittery, restless, nervous, or on edge, even when nothing stressful is happening around you. On the other hand, high blood sugar can cause sluggishness, headaches, irritability, and even difficulty concentrating on simple daily tasks. Over time, this cycle becomes exhausting, And if left unaddressed, it can lead to emotional burnout or even depression. That's why it's so important to recognize the signs of blood sugar-related mood changes before they start controlling your life. You are not being dramatic or overly sensitive. These are real, documented psychological effects of diabetes, and they deserve attention. Tracking your glucose more regularly, eating balanced meals, and reducing processed sugars can help reduce these emotional roller coasters significantly. You may also benefit from noting how your mood shifts throughout the day and matching it with your blood sugar levels. This gives you better insight into your emotional patterns and allows you to respond early with food, rest, or support. Subscribe to this channel if you've ever wondered whether your mood swings could be more than just stress or age. Have you ever felt more anxious or irritable during a sugar low? Let us know your experience in the comments below. Moving on, we need to talk about something many diabetics face silently: diabetes burnout and how it affects your mental well-being. Living with a chronic illness like diabetes requires constant attention, from monitoring blood sugar to adjusting meals and remembering medications every day. Over time, this never-ending responsibility can wear you down emotionally and mentally, leaving you feeling frustrated, drained, or even hopeless. Diabetes burnout is a real condition, and it's not about laziness or lack of willpower. It's about emotional overload from constant disease management. You might find yourself thinking, I just can't do this anymore, or avoiding blood sugar checks because you're tired of bad news. Maybe you feel emotionally numb, disconnected from your health goals, or guilty for slipping up with your routine. It's more common than you think. This mental exhaustion can make you less motivated to manage your diabetes, which in turn leads to more health complications and stress. It creates a harmful cycle where your physical health and mental health both start to decline in response to each other. Many people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes go through burnout, but they don't know what to call it or how to cope. Recognizing diabetes burnout is the first step. Once you name it, you can start addressing it with compassion and realistic changes. Start by being honest with yourself about how you're feeling, and talk to your doctor if managing everything feels too overwhelming. Small breaks, support from family, and simplifying your routine can give you the mental space needed to recharge emotionally. You can also join support groups where others share their experiences. Sometimes just knowing you're not alone can lift a heavy burden. Mental health and diabetes management are deeply connected, and both deserve equal care and attention in your daily life. You are doing the best you can, and recognizing burnout shows strength, not failure. It means you're ready to care for yourself fully. Comment below if you've ever felt tired of managing diabetes. I promise you're not alone, and there are ways to feel better. If you found this helpful so far, please like the video. It helps others find this support when they need it most. Another important area we need to explore is how chronic stress makes diabetes worse, both physically and mentally over time. When you're under stress, your body releases a hormone called cortisol, which directly raises your blood sugar even if you haven't eaten. For someone with diabetes, this can create dangerous spikes that feel impossible to control, especially during emotionally intense situations. This rise in cortisol also increases insulin resistance, meaning your body becomes less effective at using the insulin it already produces. As a result, you may notice that your normal diet or medication routine stops working as expected during stressful periods. These blood sugar fluctuations then lead to emotional symptoms: fatigue, brain fog, irritability, and even feelings of sadness or hopelessness. This cycle becomes a feedback loop. The more stressed you feel, the worse your blood sugar gets, and the more overwhelmed you become. Many people don't realize they're caught in this pattern because it happens gradually and feels like just life getting harder. But once you understand this connection between stress and diabetes, you can begin to break the cycle and take back control. Mental health and diabetes should never be treated as separate issues. They constantly influence one another in your everyday experience. You might be trying hard to eat right and take your medications, but emotional stress could still be sabotaging your results. That's why it's important to address the emotional side of diabetes not just the numbers and physical symptoms you track each day. Simple habits like talking to someone, taking short walks, journaling, or practicing mindfulness can reduce cortisol and support balanced blood sugar. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to be aware of how your mind and body are reacting together. Health education for diabetes should always include emotional wellness, because no plan is complete without caring for your inner life. Have you noticed your blood sugar getting worse during stressful times? Comment below. It may help others feel less alone. Subscribe if you believe stress management should be part of every diabetes care plan. It's time we treated the whole person. Now let's focus on what you can actually do. Simple, practical tools to support your mental health while managing diabetes every day. The truth is, your emotional well-being can't wait for a crisis. Taking small daily steps can make a huge difference over time. One of the most powerful tools you have is your breath. Slow, deep breathing helps calm your nervous system and reduce cortisol. Practicing even 5 minutes of mindful breathing each morning can bring noticeable improvements in your mood and blood sugar control. Another helpful strategy is journaling. It allows you to release negative thoughts, track progress, and notice patterns in how you feel. Writing just a few lines each day helps you reconnect with your emotions instead of letting them build up silently. Spending time in nature, even a short walk outside, has been shown to lower stress and stabilize blood sugar levels naturally. This is especially valuable for those managing both chronic illness and emotional fatigue at the same time. You may also benefit from calming routines like stretching, listening to music, or sipping herbal tea to unwind during the evening. These small moments of self-care act as buffers, giving your body and mind time to reset from the demands of diabetes. Many people find that spiritual or meditative practices like prayer, gratitude, or simple silence give them strength and emotional grounding. Mindfulness and diabetes go hand in hand. When you slow down and tune in, you regain control over both your emotions and your health. It's not about being perfect or doing everything right. It's about consistently supporting yourself with gentle, intentional actions every day. Even something as simple as checking in with how you feel before meals can help you eat more consciously and reduce stress eating. Coping with diabetes requires both physical and emotional tools, and the more consistent you are, the more balanced your life becomes. Like this video if you believe mental and emotional care should be part of every diabetic's daily routine, not just physical health. What small practice helps you feel calm during stressful days? Share one thing that works for you in the comments below. Now let's look at how your food choices can directly support your mental health while managing diabetes at the same time. What you eat doesn't just affect your blood sugar, it also plays a major role in how you feel emotionally every day. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, B vitamins, and antioxidants are essential for both brain function and blood sugar stability. Leafy greens such as spinach and kale are rich in magnesium, which helps reduce anxiety and supports balanced glucose metabolism. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines contain omega-3s that support brain health, reduce inflammation, and help fight depression symptoms. Seeds and nuts, especially flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, are great for stabilizing mood and providing steady, healthy energy throughout the day. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants that help protect brain cells while keeping your sugar levels in check. Whole grains such as quinoa and oats provide fiber and B vitamins that support focus, energy, and nervous system health. These foods not only help regulate blood sugar, but also reduce the risk of mood swings, brain fog, and emotional crashes. If you've been feeling emotionally off, your diet might be lacking key nutrients your brain and body need to feel balanced. The key is to eat these foods consistently, not just once in a while, so your body has the fuel it needs to stay calm. Avoiding processed sugars and refined carbs is also important, as they create quick highs followed by emotional crashes and inflammation. By choosing nutrient-rich, blood sugar-friendly foods, you're not only treating diabetes, you're also protecting your mental clarity and emotional strength. Remember, food is information, It tells your body and brain how to function, feel, and react to stress every single day. You deserve meals that make you feel strong, steady, and mentally clear, not just full for a few hours. If you learned something helpful here, give this video a like. It helps us reach more people looking for support. What's your favorite food that helps you feel both calm and healthy? Share it in the comments and inspire someone else today. Finally, let's talk about something truly important. Knowing when it's time to ask for help and how to get the right support. If you've been feeling constantly overwhelmed, unusually sad, or anxious for weeks, it may be more than just a rough patch. Mental health challenges like depression and anxiety are common in people with chronic conditions, especially those managing type 1 or type 2 diabetes. These feelings are not signs of weakness. They are signals that your body and mind need support, not shame or silence. It's okay to admit that you're struggling. Seeking help is not failure. It's a wise step toward protecting your long-term health. Talking to your doctor about your emotional state is just as important as discussing your blood sugar or medication routine. They may recommend therapy, counseling, or support groups where you can talk openly about how diabetes is affecting your mental health. There are also mental health resources available specifically for people managing chronic illness, and many can be accessed online or locally. You don't have to face these feelings alone. There is a community out there that understands exactly what you're going through. Asking for help doesn't mean you're broken. It means you care about yourself and want to stay strong through the journey. Support can come in many forms: a therapist, a diabetes coach, a loved one, or even a friend who listens without judgment. It's about building a team around you so you don't carry the emotional burden of diabetes all by yourself. Mental health and diabetes are deeply connected, and no diabetes management plan is complete without addressing the emotional side of things. You have the right to feel emotionally well, not just physically stable, and that begins with giving yourself permission to seek support. Your story matters, and there is strength in saying, "I need help," before things spiral out of control. Subscribe to this channel if you believe emotional wellness should be a part of every diabetic's care plan, not just blood sugar numbers. Have you ever spoken to someone about how diabetes makes you feel emotionally? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You've now learned how deeply connected your mental health is to your diabetes and why both need your attention and care. From blood sugar swings to stress hormones and emotional burnout, every part of your journey affects how you feel day to day. But the good news is this: you are not powerless and you are not alone. There are real tools that can help. Small changes in your routine, supportive foods, breathing techniques, and professional guidance can all bring peace back into your daily life. It's time to stop suffering in silence and start caring for your emotional well-being just as much as your physical health. Every step you take toward balance matters, and every bit of effort adds up to a stronger, calmer, more supported you. If this video helped you better understand the emotional side of diabetes, please like it so more people can find this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more trusted, doctor-based education to support your full journey, body, mind, and spirit together. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What part of today's video resonated most with your personal experience?